Hey guys, welcome back to Next Gen MLM Hacks Radio. Let's do this. So the real issue is this: how do regular folks like us who did not cheat and only nag family members and friends who want to grow a residual income stream, how do we attract quality leaders into our organization and create profitable home businesses yet still have plenty of time to enjoy life? That's the screaming question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Eric Su, and welcome to Next Gen MLM Hacks Radio. All right, welcome back. Now, as you can see from the title of this episode, Don't Want to Be Pushy. It's a great conversation topic for anyone in network marketing, for anyone who's new to all of this as well. And I can certainly remember the feeling of being that salesperson and don't want to be pushy and just want to make the sale, but I just don't want to be pushy, right? And some of you guys may have that feeling as well. And not sure exactly what you've learned or what your upline has said to you or your sideline buddies have used before. Everyone's got an answer to that. And, some of the common answers would be, well, you are being pushy if you show that you care about them, right? And so they kind of flip the script in terms of the approach and how you think about the sale. And so it's a little bit of psychology there, and so that's one way to do it. I've heard other ways would be like, you have something that they need, and they just don't know it. So for you not to share it with them would be selfish of you, and so in no way would that be something a pushy person would be acting, right? So another kind of approach and a way to think about not thinking that you're being pushy. So, and the other way would be to talk less and share more from a caring mindset, right? Caring approach, right? So talking less is another way so that you don't sound pushy, right? And then, there's all these ways to say things and your tone and all this stuff that comes across that makes it sound like you're not pushy, right? And so I want to say, I could go on, but I want to say that a lot of what I've just said so far comes from a tactical viewpoint, which is changing your mindset, changing your attitude, saying things in a certain way. And, those are great approaches for some people. And to get over that hump of feeling pushy, I think is what I'm trying to conclude here about all that. And, certainly for many of you who are listening to this podcast, I really appreciate it. I want to say that I've been learning a new kind of way, an online way that kind of puts that to rest, puts the whole idea of being pushy to rest, because it doesn't take what I'm talking about. As I am working through this on my own and developing it, I'm discovering that it's not so much what you say that matters. It's how you say it that really gets the point across. And there are certain ways online that I've been learning to communicate my message, which ultimately is the key, right? Is if you have the wrong message, some people, a lot of people will not even take a second look, right? And so narrowing down your message and meeting the needs of the person, your audience, is so important, right? And so my message has to be clear, and it comes from story. And ultimately, what your story has is going to either repel or attract the person you're speaking to. And we can eliminate a lot of this pushiness, if you will, if we can just come across and share our story. And we just have to realize that there are some people who will never take a look at what we have. I already know that I'm not going to go out and purchase certain things just because I've already have a solution for my, if you will, quote unquote problems. So I think there's a few layers to all this about you don't want to be pushy. And the one thing here is that I'm alluding to is that our stories will cut through all of the noise, if you will. And if that message gets to the right person, your audience, then there's a connection, right? And so we will never be pushy if we are talking to the right people, I guess is what I'm saying. And our message comes through in the forms of stories. So there's different ways to create a story. There is using high drama to capture the audience, right? I mean, I've been told that certain movies, if they start off with a very high dramatic scene, one in particular that comes to mind would be the latest Fast and Furious movies. If you've seen those, it's a car chase, and that captures your attention, and you want to know more from that point, right? And so your story, it can come from a high drama standpoint, which that's a very good way to capture somebody's attention, right? But my whole point here is that we can eliminate being pushy if we can eliminate the idea that we're talking to the wrong person. Let me say that again. We're talking to the wrong person, and then we're trying to convince them that they need our products, right? And so ultimately, you will probably feel pushy once they start saying all these rejections. And I can remember a lot in the past, I would just be talking to people, and they weren't the right prospect, and we kept talking and talking. And obviously, I'm passionate about what I believe in, and we all are. And it just comes across to the wrong audience / person. And so I think that kind of creates this scenario for you to be feeling pushy, and for a lot of us, we don't want to be that way, right? And so when I want to change, or what I want to do is change the way I approach things. So let me just say that when we start talking to people, we need to know that we're talking to the right person, number one. Qualify them, I guess it would be the good way to say it. And then ultimately, our story, our message through story will probably be the surefire solution to getting this person to be open. We have to kind of remember too that we have to enter their world, and there's different types of people out there. There's the warm, there's the hot, and then there's the cold, right? And as soon as you identify who they are, you can find out whether or not they will be open to it or not. In other words, you've got the hot people who are problem aware and solution aware, and then you got the warm people who are problem aware but not solution aware, and then you have the cold people who are not aware of the problems or the solutions, and those are the most challenging ones, right? So so those takes a little bit longer time to crack, if you will. But I rather talk to people who are warm or hot, mostly hot, and that starts with a good message to them, right? And I don't want to, I'm sounding like I'm going around in circles here. However, you can avoid being pushy if we just have the right audience and have the correct message meeting the correct message to meet the audience's needs. Okay, so take that to heart, and I hope what I've said so far makes some sense to you guys. And I just want to say that I've got a cool master pack that can help teach you how to market better, and that is on my website, nextgenmlmhacksradio.com, and you can get that for free. And I've been documenting all this to share with you. I am doing this on my own as well, on my own, to see how it works, and it's working great. I want to say that there's no more pressure for me to talk to the wrong audience and be pushy, and that I hope that helps you guys feel being less of a pushy person as well. And it's not about all this the if you will, verbiage tactics that you need to know, but you want to be able to talk about your story and the message behind it to connect with people, and I think that will resonate with that person that you're speaking to. So I will let you guys go now, and before I keep going back and forth. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback for me. Do you have a question that you want answered live on the show? Go to nextgenmlmhacksradio.com to submit your question and download your free Next Gen MLM Masters Pack.